Okay, I should. Yep. Naturally, everything's like. There we go. Okay, so I decided to pull another game off of that IGC Indie Game Clinic Discord. Okay, yeah, then the ads are gonna just start, so let's just make sure that this loads up. But did you? Okay, the roller coaster's somewhere else, luckily. And I am already standing, and we doing peak. I'd love to. I don't know, maybe New Year's? I think my friends have plans. I guess I could do some peak solo, but I'm having I'm having fun trying these in progress games and providing feedback and stuff. So I thought I would start with some of that because this also sounded neat to me that it was a deck builder where you tie the cards together. I was like, that how does that work? So I guess we'll see. Although that's once the yeah, okay, still gotta extract this. And man, like, why do I want sugar all the time? My sweet tooth has been like more. Well, then again, I guess it was the holidays and I had a whole bunch of chocolate and cookies and whatever else. So, did the ads just like actually start this time? Wild. Okay, that looks. It's called Fusum. That might have been what it was called originally, and then they haven't changed the build. Yeah, okay, you don't get the ads. Okay, there we go. Now I can leave that for, I guess, while the ads are running. So that I can actually get like a, I would say a YouTube thumbnail, but that, not that anybody watches VODs anyway. I would need to add like my character actually doing something to do VODs, but I could chug some water. I could, well, and I'm like, I'm not gonna worry about doing a break either. Okay, wait, is this volume? Oh, okay. I was gonna say I'm not hearing anything. There we go. And this seems to be coming through pretty quiet on the stream too. As much as it's quiet on my end. Here I say, I'm gonna drink water and then. Yeah, this is ideally something I would want to do with Plunk. Like, have this. So, like, take one, like, and that's like that game that was Ploink, or Plonk. One of those other ones that had an O, where it's like, oh, okay, then you could use a ball. That would be really good. But I like Plunk as the word better than Plonk, or, Ploink. Yeah, and then I can nitpick the title based on the fact that I can, I'm just sitting on the screen too long. Okay. We'll let it run for another 45 seconds and then get into this. Yeah, if I go looking through that Discord, I'm like, I think there's a lot of games. If I wanted to go through and try all these games in here. Oh, did it actually say how many threads for these like current projects? No, it doesn't look like it. There's a way to see how many there are. But I could just go off the ones that are like new and like updated recently instead of doing the like. Oh wait, somebody was just posting about Neon Lunacy, I think. I could also check out that one. Okay, not that I'm gonna do this. Oh, Durft. Yeah, okay. Some of these I've seen in the Discord. Which is that recency bias thing of like, oh, if I've seen the game, well then let's play that one instead of like let's do a random one. But this was also, I think they were asking for feedback, so. Okie dokie. I have a fancy rig. That's actually like a noticeable lighting change. I have a new computer, that's pretty good. Let's go maximum. A pair of yellow eyes pierce the darkness in front of you. A gravelly voice rumbles out. Look what we have here. A yarn ball with arms and legs. You don't see that every day. I say nothing. Trespassing and impolite to boot. You know that I have had hairballs bigger than you. Tell me, why are you here, little rude intruder? Did you say nothing? Sorry, I'm Stitch. I'm not sure. I feel like I'm missing something, but I don't remember what. This one. You're still not gonna get my name. Another of my subjects with their memory wiped. There's a dark force infringing upon my realm. Alas, I cannot be everywhere at once. Will you help me root out this evil? Sure. Instead of the, I don't need memories, screw that. Good, you shall become my champion, like an extension of my very own claws. As one of my sworn knights, I shall see you properly equipped. Take this needle, since you lack claws of your own to defend yourself. I can teach you the basics, the rest you will have to learn on your own. Thanks. Oh. You can use your attacks and skills to gain an advantage, and don't forget to defend as best you can when you see attacks incoming. Go and test what you have learned, my small stuffed soldier. Small and stuffed? What are you saying? I eat a lot? I am tiny. I will not deny that fact, but you're gonna also call me fat? That's fine. That's also kind of true. Or, well, no, I think I'm, like, approaching the heavier end of normal, so I am still on, yeah, for BMI, rather. Okay, rest site, mini-boss, unknown event, boss, fight shop, crafting station, and story event. Well, okay, we'll do these tutorial story events and then crafting station. Yeah, I'm curious what that is. Oh, that's kind of funny to see 3D character and then... Wait, is it one small hand and one big hand? To do, use one red attack? Oh, use an attack, a skill, a special. The bar there was confusing me for some reason. And then it's... okay, and it's this much energy. And I have how much energy per turn? I do not know. That one's not jumping out at me. Oh, I guess I'm covering up the... There we go. Maybe I could move so that the deck is a little more visible. Let's just scooch it over slightly. There we go. I can auto-defend? Okay, 6, 6, and 6 on these with yarn bugs, pill bugs? Pill bugs. Armor. And I just want to use one of everything. I just don't know how much energy I have. I don't see that as an obvious thing on here. Add 3 damage to the next attack. 7 damage to an enemy. Select either shower or cower. Interesting. To deal 3 damage or gain 3 armor. Shower or cower? Cower makes sense to me for gaining 3 armor, but then shower? I know it's because they rhyme, but... power? I feel like power and cower, but sure, shower. And then this, like, yellow background? A yellow shower? That's a bit suspicious. Deals 3 damage and applies ensnared to a target enemy. Interesting that it's bold, but not, like, capitalized or anything. I think of capitalization as being the, like, here's a keyword, but... Well, I guess it is bold, so I don't know if that matters that much. But again, this is... I don't know how long this... I don't know where this game is at in terms of how much it wants to be nitpicked or not. Oh, I didn't actually see... Because I thought they... Oh, I guess I don't know if they said they wanted feedback, but I just kind of picked a game and went for it. Okay. So I need to use each of these. I can deal 3 damage. This will... Well, okay, I can just... I don't know how much energy I have. That's the one thing. So there. Gain, and then there. Very Slay the Spire. And then use a special to deal 3 damage, I guess? Okay, see, now they're not highlighted. Okay. And now we're gonna... Cower? Oh, okay, and the art is just from all sorts of different places, it looks like. The cards are neat. And then we end turn. For not having like a specific tutorial, it's doing well enough to at least I'm figuring out how to do this. Will attack the closest enemy at the start of its turn. Why is it attacking another enemy? This seems interesting for a starter character there. Well, I guess I don't... I probably should just kill the... Although, enemy being me, or being that? We will just kill it, and then I don't have to worry about it. And then we shall attack again, because you're not going to hit me. Oh, 1 damage to 3 randomly. Oh, that's why it's shower instead of power or something. Okay, you're showering them with needles, I suppose. And then we just hit you for 7. Did that not... Was that not the right card? I guess we block then. And then we shower you with 3 damage. Since I can block all your attack. Did I pick the wrong card? I thought that was the 7 attack. Okay. Yeah, cut for 7. I must have grabbed the wrong card. Gain 3 gold exhaust. Places the card into the exhaust pile, which will not get shuffled back into the deck. Your draw pile also costs 1 attack and 1 special resources to card your... Wow. Also costs 1 attack and 1 special resource. Discard your hand. Gain 99 armor and exhaust. Wow, okay, yeah, that is desperation, I suppose. Gain 5 armor per enemy. If this card is discarded, gain 3 health. I don't really know what gold does in this scenario, so... This just seems like a lot. We're gonna do that for now. Sure, take all the rewards. I don't really want to skip them. It appears that you, my fledgling knight, had suffered a little stuffing knocked loose. Did I? Oh, I did. Oh yeah, the first 3 enemies did hit me. I have a treasure from my vault, which I think will help with that. If you return here with more experience, I may have more treasures for you to choose from. Button shield, I suppose. At the start of each turn, gain 3 armor. That's nice. Does an armor being it goes away? As in, this is very, very Slay the Spire. May these gifts serve you well. I have nothing else to offer at this time. Travel well, and may you find what you seek. Thanks. I think you're gonna show up again, though. With attacks, right off the bat, debuff will apply some negative effects to its enemies at the start of its turn. Interesting. Okay, so that other one saying attack nearest enemy. Yeah, okay, is me, the enemy. Yeah. You were doing some amount of damage. Oh, and then I only have 3 energy? That's the one thing is, okay, where's my... I don't see the energy meter. That seems like a very... so I have 4 energy then. Yeah, okay, that's my draw pile. It has everything else. I'm surprised it doesn't have... Unless it is just this to-do, you could only use 1 of each, but then why the number? The number would tell me that it's an energy-related thing. Oh, and that gave me... Oh, yeah, I had the 3 armor from the start. So then that does allow me to... Well, if you're going to do a bad, I'm going to do a debuff as well. Eat ball. Wow. It's a big ball. Target's attack deals half damage. Oh, okay, cool. Well, then we're going to also shower you guys. A nice yellow shower of needles. Okay, so then I don't know what the numbers are on these cards. Well, then let's 3 armor per enemy. Yeah, and I don't really have a way to block. And that's my one thing that I didn't love about Slay the Spire. It's like you can see this, and then like based on what cards you have, you're just... Sometimes you're screwed. Because it doesn't matter how many defense cards you put into the deck. Or attack cards that you put into the deck. Sometimes you draw a turn of just those cards. Do we ensnare one of you again? That'll definitely... well, 3 and... No, I can only do 1 of these. Oh, but this will deal 3 damage? Maybe. Well, I guess we... Yeah, because I don't think I can block all of it. Or can I? And see, yeah, now this is one of those, like, that quality of life thing of like, oh wait, stupid player needs an ability to go back on every single action. Because I'm like, well, wait a second, did I want to commit? Yeah, that was the thing that I learned to doing one of those demos. It was like, oh yeah, you need to be able to back out of anything that you do. Especially when you're playing a new game and don't know what you're doing. Oh, I guess I could have hit the... Oh, there's a defend button. Here I am complaining that I can't defend. At any point in your turn, discard cards to gain armor. I was gonna say, wait, auto defend. I was gonna say, wait, so then I should be getting armor at the end of my turn? Based on just discarding the rest of my cards? Was I drawing new cards or not? Wait. Was I complaining about a problem and then they're providing an answer to that problem? Wait. You're just doing a debuff, so... Oh no, I did the attack first. Yeah, I did the attack first. Does this add to this attack? Wait, is that going to add 3 to each attack? Or is that going to add 3 to... Okay, well, let's see. Is it going to be 4? No, that's just ones. Okay, so this doesn't count as an attack. It does damage, but does not count as an attack. Okay, and then what I wasn't... Okay, so do I keep these cards? No, they get discarded. So now if I do this auto defend enable, so that is enough to kill you? Yeah, that's enough to kill you. Oh, I only have the 1 attack. But then I can just shower you with some damage. Okay, but I need to figure out the defend thing. Now recover some health. Oh, that's in battle. Not right now. Gain 1 skill. The number of skill cards can be used this turn. Do you get it to your hand or to your deck? And is it just a random skill? Unblocked damage taken is doubled. Maybe we just do this. I need to figure out what this defend thing is first, before I get too deep. Excellent needlework out there, my knitted knight. Your base cards are enough to defeat those weaker foes, but you will require more powerful cards to advance further. Now that you have more cards to work with, I will grant you with this golden thread. This thread is no common seamstress supply. It is enchanted with the power of binding. You can use it to combine effects from 2 different cards. Okay, so that's what this meant by tying the cards together. Select either temporary tying or unstable tri-stitch to fabricate a new skill or attack card. Temporary tying or unstable tri-stitch, interesting. With your creative ability, I'm sure you will find the right cards to combine to fabricate a victory. I'm glad you have some amount of faith in me. I wanted to see what this was. I'm missing some amount of health. I've done fights before. Let's do this just to see. Find a good spot to set up camp. You spend your time on one of the following. Rest. Trash a card. Investigate the red glowing thread. Permanently combine attack with modifier. Or the blue glowing thread, which is permanently combine 2 skills. Heal 20, I only need to heal 12. I could take some more damage, I think, too. Combine attack with modifier or permanently combine 2 skills. Do I have 2 skills to combine? Man, they have that nice purple glow when you play them, or that nice red, or they have the colored glow when you play them, but they don't have the color here, which is interesting. Skill, special attack, modifier. Permanently combine an attack with a modifier. Ooh, okay. Yeah, but this is unplayable. The skills are playable, so maybe we do this with, like, an attack. Yeah, so let's try that then. Select an attack, a modifier, enhancer, or both. Oh, there's also enhancers, okay. I mean, this is the attack I'm going to be doing most of the time, so sure. Oh, that's a fun little animation. Ooh. There we go, I wanted to see what this was about. You spot a crafting table with scissors, thread, buttons, and all sorts of crafting supplies at your disposal. It seems like you could use these supplies to improve your deck, but not without making some cuts first. At the cost of 1 card, you can do one of the following. Button up your defenses. Remove a card from your deck. Add 1 defense randomly to half the remaining cards in your deck. Interesting. Add 2 damage to the attack of your choosing. Add 2 random cards to your deck. Sell a card. Well, this is the one I said that was interesting, but I also don't mind the idea of adding attack damage. And that's just adding damage to the attack card. Okay, that seems kind of crazy. So let's do that. This one wasn't really sparking joy. And neither was this one. Well, it's simply because it says if this card is discarded, gain 3 health. And I just added this recover 4 health to this one. Let's get rid of that one then. With these improvements, we will be unstoppable. I could do a thing, and a fight, and a shop. Oh yeah, I missed the shop otherwise, and I guess I skipped the mini-boss. You come across an artist lost deep in thought in front of her canvas. She startles as you approach. Oh, goodness me, you took me by surprise. I've been looking for inspiration, but I have already painted practically everything here. Do you have anything interesting I can paint? You pull out the cards that you have gathered. Ooh, any of these will work. Unfortunately, I do not have a spare canvas, but I could paint over one of these cards. Which card do you want me to paint over? And that's... So I donate a card. What was the other card I was thinking about getting rid of? This one. This one was not sparking joy either. This looks wild. We'll have to keep that. I mean, this one was helpful, but... She takes your card and places it upon her trusty easel. Okay, now the fun part. Which card will be my muse? I promise to copy it as faithfully as I possibly can. Oh, choose a card to copy. Add a second copy to your deck. Oh, wow, okay. Thank you. This card that I buffed? Like, I could have another one of those? Okay. Voila! My creation is complete. Thank you for helping me with my practice. Yeah, I am covering up some of the stuff here, but that's okay. Move myself over on top of this and pretend like I'm in the game. What are these little tornadoes? A spike trap. Damage taken from card effects is also reflected back to the attacker. Reflects damage from the next 3 attacks. That's obnoxious. And it will set all of these are going to spike me if I attack them and explode. I don't know what that explode means either. Okay, well then let's block first. Then oh, I did want to try this. Temporary tying or unstable tri-stitch to fabricate a new skill or attack card. Select an attack card and an enhancement rather. An attack card and an enhancement or modifier card to combine their effects. And that's a temporary effect that will only last until the end of the current fight. I don't actually have an enhancement. Select 2 skill cards to bind them together. Do I have 2 skill cards? I have a skill and I have a skill. Okay, sure. Oh, I don't actually have 2 skills in my hand right now. Did it just give me 2 skills in my hand so that I could do that, or? Oh, no, this is the card that I used. So I can't use that for this. Cancel then? Well, then do the other one? I have 2 attack cards. Oh, okay, so it is permanently temporary tying now. Okay. Well, then the one that's doing the most damage, although that's going to reflect 3 damage back at me? Or no? Okay, and then I just can't use that. Okay, and then if I do the defend action, why did it only discard those? Okay, interesting. And then I didn't use the one that gains me health. That would have helped. Okay, it's 2 skill cards to bind them together. Skill cards there. Okay. So then these 2 skill cards, I'd combine them into a sharpened block, or a block sharpened. 7 armor. Oh, and that. What is this button thing? It still does. It just seems to be whatever this to do is, not whatever this energy cost is. It's the weird thing. Okay, well, because I can do that, and then Oh, yeah, that was buff the attack. I definitely wanted to do that first. And then we attack you, and then I don't have enough for that. And then we defend. Which is, yeah, okay, so then auto-defend. So I don't actually need to hit the button then. So let's just test if that works or not. Well, that is nice that it gives you some amount of block if you just discard your cards at the end. But you discard all your cards at the end anyway. That's a weird one. So yeah, we just want to start with that every time now. And then I don't want to use up my one attack on that. So we'll use it on that instead. That reflect is just really... Okay, so now auto defend, meaning do I get armor? Yes, okay. And it also doesn't really tell me how much armor I get. And then they're all going to explode. I don't know what that means in terms of damage and stuff. Oh, and you don't have the reflect anymore. Well, then I definitely want to do that, because that'll give me just a little bit of health back. And then we do the defend again, or we just end turn, and that gets me just a handful of armor. And then they both explode. Oh, dealing no damage. Okay. Deals 4 damage to a target enemy, gain 2 health. Deal damage equal to your current armor. Adds 5 damage to an attack if the target is below 30 health. Attack will deal double damage if this attack defeats an enemy. Apply something to all other enemies. Boy, is that a lot. I'm a vampire. I like vampire stuff. I am a leech that okay. And then these are now no longer. Well then, tie those together. I like that. Or I could try the unstable. Select an attack and an enhancement. Acquire name. You wish to be named? I dub thee Pagorli. No, I gotta come up with something else then, right? Oh, I also can't use Phil either. I can't dub you Phil because there's already a Phil. How about a Gorley? That also doesn't work. Although it's making me think of there was somebody named Gerby in college. I don't know where that name came from or what that name was, if that was like a last name or something, but... And I don't... he was a weird dude. I don't know if I want to... Let's see, so do I have another name? Could do Philip. There we go. You're a weird dude? You want to be called Gerby for a bit? I don't know exactly how long I want to do that as a bit. I was just having fun with reading the Bible. I was like, no on the, I didn't catch what the no was. Oh, and then, okay, now we're gonna try this one just because I'm a little confused as to have an attack. Oh. An enhancement. Which is not a skill. And or modifier. I don't have any modifiers though either. Oh, meaning I made that card kind of useless. Oh, and then I have these real good... Okay. Oh, but I have to use this though, right? Oh, I can't use this attack? Oh, because it has a modifier already, is that... Okay, yeah, I can't because it already has a modifier. And then I can't tie it to one of these skills. And then that means I can end the turn at any time. Okay. You're gonna do 2 damage with a negative effect. I'm also probably gonna die before any of this matters. Add damage to an attack. Add ensnare, or I just gain some health. It's also, yeah, let's just gain some health. And then we can end turn. Yeah, so it discards all the cards anyway. That's just odd. Although the funny thing about acquire name is I don't tend to use anybody's name. I don't know, maybe I say Phil sometimes, but... Just confirming that Pagorli's a weird dude. Oh, I was gonna say, wait, that man Robin sounds familiar, as in... Is this the, I didn't even catch who was running which things. Was that... No, okay, that's... Why do I feel like I've seen that man Robin before? Is this a Pagorli thing? It's the Finding Fern dev. Do I also remember that game? It'll all come back to me at some point here. Oh, really? The game? Oh, wait, this is a game, isn't it? This is not a web thing. Finding Fern. Also, has it been? It's been almost an hour. I was hoping to do a little less than an hour, but oh, yes. I saw this on YouTube recently, I think. And then I saw that there was going to be a sequel, which I was like, oh, that's cool. I think. Was this... Am I correct in this? Is this where Heavy Hitting just got 68 downloads yesterday, and I don't know why. Also, it's 68 downloads with 0 views. That seems suspicious. And also a bit of a bummer that it's not 69. It's so close to 69. Oh. With, from the Twitch stream with audio. M audio, I think? Yeah, okay. It was, Brainoid. Brainoid said go over to, I think, M audio. And then it was the co-stream. That's, okay, that's... Yeah, okay. That's... I finally connected the pieces here. Yeah, and I did have this on my wish list, but I also did buy a few too many things with, Okay, and then I had other things that I was going to look at here. Okay, I don't need to be playing all of the games on that Indie Game Clinic thing. Oh, and again, I forgot to do that. Let's just show what I'm looking at instead of the game there. But... yeah, one more download and you could retire. Co-streaming, but doing entirely unrelated things. Yeah, okay, that's what it looked like. It was like just talking while working. The total for the game now is 121 views with 123 downloads. It's pretty good. I was like, I don't know that a lot of mine get that nice even bit of views to downloads. Okay, so I just need to finish doing this playtest here. Oh, and then because of this, I can do all of those actions. Draining Hug or Ensnare an enemy. Is the health really gonna help me right now? I guess yeah, because that's only 8 damage. Meaning I'll block everything. Oh, and I could also lessen the attack. Probably should have had the health. Oh, if I was going to block everything, I should have gone for the health. Whoops. It's fun to hang out with friends while you stream, albeit distracting. Well, that's why I do the streaming, is so that I can have a nice distraction of people in chat. Okay, yeah, I don't have an enhancement, so this just does not help me. I do want to add to an attack. And then that added 3, so that should be enough to kill you. Which you're obnoxious, but there's really not much I can do about that. And then I really goofed up that, so, and then we auto-defend, but at least I get a little bit of armor off of that. Nah, it still does have a little bit of that deck builder thing of like, boy, I wish I could get block cards when they're attacking, and attack cards when they're blocking. Looking at the analytics history, it's now 0001068. Yeah, I was gonna say 10 views to 68 downloads feels like that's something wrong is happening. Either somebody's trying to like hack something or other, or, which I don't know how that would work, or yeah, because that was funny. The person that I met at work came by and then dropped a Twitch subscription during the middle of like when I was just doing builds and doing basically nothing, and I was just so confused, and I'm like, this feels off. Getting a subscription when I was doing basically straight up nothing. Where is my attack card? That's that. Don't I have 7? This one? Was I using that and just not seeing it, or? I guess yeah, because I have 2 of them. It just feels like the attack card that I want is just not showing up. There's 2 views on the day with 10 downloads. And this, yeah, okay, this was the sumo game. That is weird that you're getting that many downloads for that many views. Yeah, because you'd have to be on the page to... Okay, yeah, we're just gonna... Especially because I have the armor. I'm just gonna end you. And I guess do that because I can. Because it's only gonna discard 2 cards anyway. One card's getting exhausted? Is that what's happening? It looks like it got discarded immediately. Is that what was happening? Did I see that correctly? And that's gaining 2 health, so that's... We'll do that then. It's a little more damage. Also reduces the damage so that the armor catches it. At least I get something out of that card that I accidentally caused to be kind of dead. Oh, this is, yeah, okay, so that's what this is my list of passives. Okay. I gotcha. Okay, I want to go all out with the attacks. So you and you. And then we just discard all that stuff again. Can I do 8 damage? No. But I can reduce the attack. Right? Yeah, okay, so that happens no matter whether you hit through the armor or not. And that was all attack cards. All attack all day. And that's the one thing that I did not like about Slay the Spire, is that because of the randomness of the cards, sometimes you just could not attack. No matter how many attack cards you have, if you have just enough defense cards, sometimes you can't attack. It's just 5 health once? Doesn't seem super great. And I tend to have a couple cards in hand. 5 damage to target enemy per discarded card. It's not too bad. I guess this is attack rather than armor, and it's not doing a ton for armor. This was very useful, though. Which just makes that other card come... Well, okay, now I really need to find an enhancement. Sure. As suspected, I did not have any money for anything. Skill or enhancement? Special binding. Enhancer, there we go. Okay, so there is... specifically enhancer versus skill. What are these numbers? These are looking like energy costs, but I don't see the spot where you have energy or not. How much? I needed 60 more to get an enhancer. Or modifier? Wait, I can actually look at my deck at any time here and read this thing. Wow, which doesn't tell me what unstable tri-stitch is. I think it's enhancer or modifier. This is a modifier. So we shall buy this so that my enhancer card is not completely dead. Okay. And then probably gain some health. Yeah, because now I need some health. Yeah, I'm going into the final boss of the level. Let's gain some health. He's a big pig. That's a big pig. It's a big piggy bank even? That's fun. Skills. I only have the one skill slash modifier thing here. And 15 attack. Well, no, let's change that to 7 instead. That seems better. And then defend. And then end the turn. Okay, now that modifier that just ran away is what I need to go with this. That's why I'm not a huge fan of this kind of design. Again with the attack. Each attack steals 25 gold. If there's no gold, it becomes enraged. While enraged, deals extra. Oh, that's why you're so pissed off. Because there's no money. I have no money. That would make a big greedy pig angry, wouldn't it? You can be a big pig too. Oh man, that's from something, isn't it? I feel like that's from something. And I can't think of what it is. I don't have the Lion King. I have not thought about the Lion King in a long time. I know Northern Lion was going like rattling off like Disney movies and like ranking them, and then did not put Lion King very high. And I have not watched the other, like Lion King I can think of like a lot of the scenes from Lion King, but something like Aladdin or Little Mermaid or some of those other classic ones like Snow White or something. Northern Lion is banned. No Northern Lion chat. Why no Northern Lion? That's what my YouTube rewind was telling me, is that apparently Library of Laterno is my my most watched thing. And I'm like, well, no, that's my most listened to thing. Like YouTube recap, maybe? You can't skip Lion King? Oh, you're saying Northern Lion was wrong on the Lion King ranking? Well, and I know the remake ones are not great. The only remake one I saw was Lady and the Tramp with my parents. And it wasn't bad. I don't think it was good, but it wasn't bad. Oh, I was gonna recap. Not that I needed to prove the fact that it was Library of Laterno, but this is just the generic. Okay, nope, we're not. I didn't need to look at that anyway. Okay. But in terms of Disney movies, well, and if we do like pre-purchasing every company, because I'm like some of that Pixar stuff I absolutely love, like The Incredibles is incredible. Not Incredibles 2. Incredibles 2 sucks, but The Incredibles I absolutely love. Do I just add? I feel like I need to get you out of enraged, but you're just going to be enraged the whole time, meaning I kind of want to reduce the amount of damage I take. Or just wait until the, But yeah, this sharpen is really not super useful to me. Oh, I guess once I get the... Oh. I don't have 2 skills to tie together. Oh, but I have... Oh, no. So I want this to be the unsteady tri-stitch no matter what. I don't have the things to go with that right now. But I do want that to be what that is. Okay. Let's see, so do I remember... Because something like Alice in Wonderland, I don't think I've seen. Like, I don't think I've even seen that one. A curse skill. Uses a skill. Gain 1 gold, destroy after use. But that'll get you out of enraged though, right? If you can steal some amount of money. Ooh, you tie skills together? I could tie a curse into something else? That's... fun. Okay, this is the... No, I need the other card to go with this. Let's just get rid of this. That'll get you out of enrage though, right? Oh, I guess it's only 3 more damage? Oh, so you were just doing like 12 damage every single time, no matter what? It's the randomness of the cards just not working out for me here. And then I still have this, thanks. Okay. I don't have 2 skills. I don't have my modifier. I have a single modifier. Thanks. So again, we're just gonna try to survive. And then I can't do any of that, so we're just gonna do that and defend. And now I get my modifier, now, well after the fact. Ooh, it's just gonna gain armor and negative cards, which afflict the hero. Okay, so then we attack. That's this one, as much as I can. I guess I am, based on the defend, maybe? I've been getting enough armor to survive, because I'm like, my health is going up. What is it, something like the Princess and the Frog? Like, I think I've seen that one, but I don't really remember that one either. Do I want? I don't want to go all out on the attack. Well, I could. I gain health. I mean, I'm gonna take a lot of damage, but I could just chip. Oh no. You have a bunch of armor, so let's kind of defend as much as I can. Oh, that's about as much as I can defend. Okay. And skill and skill, and you combine 2 skills. Oh, hell yeah. There we go. Oh. And unskippable animation of sure it's cool and cute the first time. I don't need it the second time. I don't really need to add damage to my attack, but I do kind of want to block. And apparently these just don't go away. I seem to keep having them. Oh, let's see. Hunchback of Notre Dame. Can I list off all of the, like, classic Disney movies? Oh, I need to go watch, oh, shoot. Prince of Egypt. Because I got through that story in the Bible. It's like, okay, I read the thing. Ooh. Modifier and attack. Yay. Okay, so you are... I've been using this one a lot, so we might actually do that. Also, cute little animation. No, just a strategic yarn ball. Then again, we reduce your damage. And also see what it happens when I do the gain a skill. Which I guess went into my exhaust? I've exhausted 7 of these things? Is that... Could I have just discarded it? Number of skill cards, which... Oh, that's what it is. Okay, number of skill cards you can use this turn. Okay. Then yeah, we'll do that so that I can do my super block. And also get rid of this curse. And defend. Okay. I don't really need it this time. Yeah, this is the one where I just want to attack. Big attack as much as I can. And then defend and end. I'll still get a... Let's see. Yeah, this is about as much as I can do for attack. Oh, yeah, I forgot about your armor. Whoopsie daisies. Strategic yarn. That's why I was hitting it with the strategic yarn a bunch. Oopsie daisies. Thanks for yet more gold. 15 attack. That sucks. Well, okay. It's I'm doing the like safe route that's just barely chipping away at you a bunch, but it's working. I'm managing to not die, but it's taking a long time to get through the fight here. 15 enraged. Oh wait, if I do that and gain a gold, It didn't gain a gold. I'm really getting confused about... I need to read what that card is again. Whoops. There. Oh, and that gave me an ability to do this extra skill. Aha, okay. We do that. 'Cause that's my only skill card. And you're at the point of being able to be attacked. So sure, why not? But, like, why would you not want to defend? Because you discard all your cards anyway. And they have an auto-defend here. I don't know why you would not want to defend. Meaning, I don't think this needs to be here. It should just armor you based on how many cards you discard. This is one that I would like to have explained to me as to why the decision for defend here. So there, so I can play 2 skill cards like this, and like that, and then defend. Yeah, okay, you're just gonna keep... What are these? Use as a skill, gain 1 gold, question mark. So you don't actually gain gold and then destroy after use. So I just have to constantly get rid of those? Okay, you add... Okay, there. So this is what I want to do. Is I want to do this so it adds 3 to the attack. Then I do this so I can play that other card. And then I can do that to also try to get rid of it. But it comes back pretty frequently. Okay, that's my only skill. I could get hit for a lot. Why not? You're pretty close to dead. I can get hit for a lot on this final round here. Unless you come back with something big. Which I guess is also a possibility. Aha, no more big pig. Double the damage of an attack. Armor. When you defend this turn, each card discarded provides 7 armor. Dang, dude. We'll just do that. Also, I think I'm good. I'm ready to go on to other things. This has been an hour of testing a game. Congratulations on your victory. I have uncovered some rare treasures which may be of use to you. Attack badge grants an additional attack. Ooh. Grants additional skill. Ooh. Grants additional special. I like the attack. I simple. Okay. This was cool. I'm not gonna do another thing. I wanted to do other things today. But I'm glad I could provide some kind of feedback. Okay, for it. I'll play. It's on the list. You guys don't need to be wasting the no, please waste the points on the list of... Okay, one of these is games to play, right? Oh, this was stuff that I needed. Okay, that I did actually want to keep around. Oh, community goals, duh. It's right there. Okay, so it's on the list. Cave Rim 2 are on the list here, along with still have over 100k. Well, then you can ask for blessings or something. I don't know. If you're looking to blow some points there. Okay, well then Cave Rim. It was technically unreached. We'll throw both of the Cave Rims, because I know they're also short. Sea daisies. That is a good point in a game's favor, is if it's short and I can finish it quickly. Now you do want a blessing? I wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Blessings upon your house. I wish you a very merry getting a job, maybe? I don't know, because then if you're employed, then you're probably not going to stay up till 2 in the morning watching me play random itch.io games. That's the thing. I'm like, I know my audience is like, if they ever have regular sleeping hours, I will not have an audience. You'll stay up? Okay. Well, let's see, but I think of... Let's see, now I'm like... I can't say Pogorli because I gave you a new name, which I think we landed on Gerby, which that's just a weird one to me because I'm like, that's from college over 10 years ago. But I think of you as an SCP. It's just always there. Like when I turn on the stream and I turn on stream avatars and I'm like, why does it say Pogorli? Is there actually a Pogorli here before the stream is even started? Which, yeah, there very well could be. I was doing particle effects, which, name the ball in Plunk Bob. Just internally, it doesn't have to say in the game. Oh, because it's like Nubby's Number Factory, and the ball is Nubby. Or like, I don't think Balatro says that the Joker is called Jimbo, but... And I was thinking of having multiple different balls, so we can definitely have one that is called Bob. Yeah, because I was thinking of doing, like, making, like, one of them, like, a gotcha ball or something. Oh, I didn't even do the, like, let's follow this thing. Let's click on all this stuff. I forgot to click on all this stuff. Let's follow this thing. This is free to use, even. Oh, wait, this is not my thingamabob. Okay, I did the follow there. I did the thing there. This was somebody else. This is the composer for the game. Sure, we'll follow the everybody. I'm in that kind of mood. Okay, so that goes away. That goes there. Let me do that. Oh, okay, I clicked on it 3 times. Okay, and then this is somebody else, but they also have a SoundCloud. It has all sorts of stuff on it. Okay. Yeah, of course I will have another person that I could possibly hit up for doing music for the game. Oh, so then this will have to be right here. Then y'all can go there. Okay. And then these are things that I want to do. Yeah, because I also wanted to do this at some point, is watch all hour and 20 minutes of this. Oh, that is pretty heckin' loud, isn't it? Because I was like, it's loud on my end. Wait a second. You're down to just over 100k points. Oh, thank you for the follow. Hello, hello. Welcome. Also, why are we doing a large what in there? So now I've made it more difficult for myself because I like saying Pogorli. That is a fun word to say. But also, okay, that's a later thing. It's a later thing. Just finished a particle project. I'm just barely starting to mess with it. It was funny because I looked up how to do like some of the particle stuff, and I came across a Too Much Tomato video, and I was like, oh, would you look at that? Also, I did see that you wish to be named twice. And then I can make it really confusing for myself and say, I will dub you Pogorli. Since I said I like to say that name. No, that's too confusing for myself. How about PhilXD13? I'll just dead name you instead. There we go. That seems like the proper thing to do. Acquire name. We'll give you the old name back. That works. Oh, 3 times? There was a third one? I missed one of them? I don't doubt it. Rather Philip, as in like you do wish to be called Philip. Or I could do the full name of Philip Gorley. Make it maximum confusing for myself. Okay, so then after watching the Too Much Tomato, Too much tomato video. It's your IRL name, as in you wish to be you wish to acquire your IRL name. Really weird hearing your name on stream. Well, it's like I said, that is so funny to me that it's 2 Phillips of the 3 viewers, or you know, 2 viewers. I actually don't know how many people are watching right now, but well, you wish to be called. See, but it's too formal. Although that is kind of fun to do the formal like 1 viewer. I don't doubt that Twitch says like 1 viewer. Like if I go and look at it, it'll say, "Oh, you have 1 viewer," and then it'll may or may not update to say more or not. Because I also heard that lurking affects it. I saw like 2 videos that said like, "Oh, you have to tell lurkers to chat so that your numbers go back up." But also, I only saw the 2 videos, and I don't think I've seen any more about it, so I don't know. Okay, so it was the bursts. There we go. I just am dumb. Okay, so we turn off the duration. That's not the kind of thing that I want. And the other thing was, oh, I guess it is not super obvious, but then the shape, something over lifetime? Size over lifetime. Pulled up a... Okay, no wonder I couldn't find it. Somewhere, there is the actual, like, curve I can mess with. Yeah, I think it was at the bottom on the Too Much Tomato video, but this one I don't. And I personally know 2 more Phillips, but they have a different writing. Wow, I was gonna say, I can really only think of 1 Phillip in, like, high school. I do not know a lot of Phils and or Phillips. Well, okay, I do not know personally. I do not know in person. I do not know IRL. I was about to say real. I don't know any real Phillips. Y'all are fake. I want to hear my pizza joke. Never mind, it's too cheesy. These aren't good enough. But they're also, like, I've heard them before. Boo, get new jokes. Or maybe I'm just not dad enough, so. We're both not real, we're just in your imagination. No, I think it's the other way around. I think I'm the fake one. I don't exist at the same time other people do. my coworker did make the comment of like, oh, if I'm not seen by, not coworker, my roommate in college made the joke of, if he doesn't see me, then I don't exist. Meaning I haven't existed in like 10 years. Did I see him in like 2016? Maybe something like that. But still. I'm coming up on 10 years of not having existed. You know, I've seen the Twilight Zone episode. I understand I'm the fake one. You guys are real. I'm the one that doesn't exist. Okay, so this does not tell me where the window is for modifying this. Okay, and the burst, let's see, I need, take me into the prefab. Okay, so if I could figure out how to, where the thing is for modifying this. Why am I hearing a very faint... No! Go ram it, SoundCloud! Gosh dang it. Yeah, okay, that caused it problems last time. It started playing copyrighted music. It just auto-played into copyrighted music. Because I forgot that you have to scroll all the way down to the bottom. That's the other thing that sucks too, is it's not like you can just turn it off. You gotta go all the way to the bottom, then you can turn it off. But at least they added it, because I think for a while they didn't even have it as an option. Oh, wait. I guess this could go under my pile of stream music things, of random SoundCloud accounts that I. Okay, hang on there, and then we'll see if I want to use this one based on a couple of notes already. This is like, yeah, this is fine enough. So I lied, bring that back. For not existing, you're very good at streaming. That's what makes me good at streaming, is the fact that I don't exist. And thank you for the very good, because I don't know if I'm very good. Well, and that might partially just be the content that I choose. As in, game dev stuff and random indie games. So. I'm not like the other girl. Which other girl exactly? Again, I don't get around to the comment until well after it's been said. I don't know if there's a way I could speed up my ability to comprehend comments, but this is exactly how I operate in life too. Is that it does take me a while to like read a message or read an email or I try to make it so that it's not like horribly like well after the fact, but it doesn't always happen. So maybe I do need to watch that Too Much Tomato video again, because I do not recall. Oh, so now if I go to here, I hit play. Yeah, okay, now that it's a burst. Oops. Of that many particles, that's kind of a lot. Yeah, because that's what it was the like, oh, then you start big and shrink to small, and then do the velocity over lifetime, I think. Was also the one, because I was like, the one that he made was like, that's actually a really good particle effect, so. Oh wait, this is my other, okay, this could probably all go, let's pull these tabs together. This is supposed to just be my dev stuff, but... Well, and that's the thing, is I'm like, I don't think I'm gonna watch this on stream. This will probably play on stream, though. Yeah, okay. Testing out this, like, let's play a game at the start of the stream every time, it's like, no, that's too much. If I do... Maybe like a once-a-week thing. Like, I start Friday with, like, here's a random indie game, and then try to finish Borderlands 4 or something. Making something you don't know how to make with the help of AI is awful. He told me to add something, remove it again, add it again, then remove and add, and now it finally works. Luckily, I know how to actually do it and never need to ask it again. I was messing with Claude again today, because there's just so much like waiting for the project to load when working. That I was like, well, we'll mess with Claude. Yeah, because I'm working with home, I have a little more of an ability to like play with my phone and stuff, so. But it was like, oh, hey, I can make a logo for your game. I'm like, I'm like, Claude didn't have image generation, does it? And then when I hit go, it went into HTML and then made an animation. And like a very crude animation. And it was like, why do you have an ability to do this? It's like, if you're gonna go this far, just let Claude make pictures. Or have it say, like, no, I can't make pictures. But instead it was like, here, I'll mock something up for you. And then when it mocked it up, it was like, here's just random images. It was like, you clearly can't do this. Why are you trying? I appreciate the gumption, I guess. Good job there, little AI, but it was a whole bunch of nothing, basically. Okay. I guess I'll take the ad break too. Oh, I can crank. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna chug some water. I'm gonna crank down my desk. I'm gonna actually take the ad break. Wait, go back to this. And then go back to that. There we go. That was not supposed to be. There we go. Now I can go back to break. Whoop. I'm just about to sit down. Why would you make me stand up? I'm already standing. It's been an hour and a half. I'll stand for a little longer. Okay, I was gonna take the ad break to chug water and stuff. Gosh dang it. Okay, so that one's not as happy with emote drop. Or emote drop is not as happy. Next year starts in just under 24 hours. That's true. I've got a bit until next year starts. Oh, meaning tomorrow. It'll be tomorrow that I'm gonna stay up all night. We'll see if anybody is around. Well, see, that's the thing. Is like friends are actually in person, so we'll just hang out in person. Yeah. Okay. Let's look at some of these links here real fast, because this is. Yeah, this is my like. Well, okay. Cookie Crayon was looking at the Indie Game Awards, which I kind of perused. Okay, the rest of these are not related, but yeah, give me some of this random stuff from Reddit. Educational games. That's okay. That's a random thing there. What was this exactly? Oh, this was, I think I wishlisted the game, and then I also looked at the YouTube channel and then said, oh, okay, well. Yeah, okay, Veil of the Soulstones. Yeah. I don't know why I looked at the, because yeah, I'm already subscribed to the YouTube channel. Okay. And then, what was this? I don't remember what this one was exactly. Oh, this is, Tailistro, yeah. This, yeah, deck building thing, except instead of trying to lower an enemy's health, you have to hit the exact amount, which I think is a great idea. And this was somebody's wild, like, golf adventure, yeah, where you're just kind of Kind of golf platforming with the golf ball. At least that's what the Reddit trailer was. Yeah, okay, this was just a platforming game, basically, so... But just with the golf ball controls, which is interesting. Oh, I had thought about this being like a movement mechanic from World of Goo. Like, it feels like you could entirely do that as a platformer using the, whatever that one goo ball was. But in this case, they did a 3D game. Okay, and then... Yeah, falls in the, like, I do like a beat-em-up, despite the fact that I have not played a beat-em-up at all. Also, I did hear the quack. What are you quacking at me about? I currently have 69 games on my wish list. I guess I can only wish list the next game once I bought one of them. Yeah, you have to keep it at 69. Can't go over. Yeah, I think if I... At the rate I'm going, I think 69 is probably more possible than just doing 69. In terms of, like, wish list. See, yeah, this is also the thing, too. Is like, this is what causes the numbers on my, like, YouTube subscriptions to be insane. Is because I'm like, oh, yeah, I want updates on this whenever there may or may not be updates. And, like, oh, I want this thing on my social media. Yeah, I click on a lot of these because of the fact that there is not going to be a lot of updates. So it's like a whole bunch of accounts that are going to have very few updates. So it's not like my feed is getting filled with a whole bunch of nonsense. I guess I'm using this as a, like an email feed, essentially. Although that's not really how it ends up. Because then I don't really look at social media much anyway, so... Yeah, I'm gonna find out... On a mission to find out if there's a limit to Steam. Well, like, I definitely hit the cap on X. I don't know why X decided that it's... Oh. Hey, look. More links to click on. No, the YouTube is the one. Yeah, this is trying to see if YouTube has a bottom on their subscriptions, because my subscriptions box is insane. Did this have the... Yeah, it should be redirecting to subscriptions now. I was messing with Unhook again. I was like, okay, I spent the entire weekend basically doing nothing but watching YouTube. And I was like, I should not do that. I should do other things. Doesn't have to even be a lot, but do other things. Yeah, okay, this was also the Indie Game Awards. Also had an interesting look at some of these games. Yeah, I definitely perused it like I do the Game Awards, where I just like, okay, is there a game I haven't heard of? That's what we're looking for. But these did look cool. Didn't really see exactly what the gameplay was on much of these, but... Because I'm like, I have enough things, so... You haven't seen any particles yet? I looked at it. I clicked it once or twice. What? I have to be working on things? I have to be doing the things I say I do in the, like, hour and a half that I... This is just like work. This is how I work, too. I say, oh, I'm gonna do a thing, and then I spend, like, 4 hours, 5 hours doing nothing, and then... There's maybe 1 or 2 hours in there that's actual, like, solid work. No, I'm very much like the what's his face in what, the one movie? That's real helpful there, isn't it? What's his face in that one movie is... What, Ron Livingston, I think is the actor? I think the character's name is Peter. And it's not Inside Job. Office Space, there we go. You know, in Office Space, where he says, you know, I get into work, and then I look at emails for an hour, and then I stare into space for an hour, and then... Yeah, okay. Yeah, Office Space. I think I said it before you put it in there. Well, yeah, in any given day, I get maybe 15 minutes of good, solid, real work in. Which, and I know it's a problem. That's the other thing, is that I just don't know how to solve it. Is that, like, I think it comes from, like, do you care about the work you're doing? And the answer is just, no, I don't. So it makes it real hard to care about the thing that I'm doing. Like, yeah, when I'm in the office, it's easier. When I have that external... but when I'm at home, of which they're completely reconfiguring the office, meaning I can't go into the office, I need to find a way to actually care enough about work to get things done. And it's gotten better over the last couple days. Like, I was actually getting stuff done. But I'm also doing just testing stuff, which is like... that feels less necessary. Because this is not like bug fixing, this is not like adding features and stuff, this is just testing to see if it works. And it's like, well... which I know it's a important part of the process of like, oh, you find a thing that's broken or a typo or something that's good, but... it's also the easiest thing to, like, if it doesn't happen, there's not a lot of consequence either. Okay. It still didn't... okay, so maybe we go pull up too much tomato. Just as an excuse. Yeah, see, and this is one of those things of, like, if I really wanted to grow a YouTube channel, it would definitely be... really? I was gonna say, this far down? And then if I... is it a popular video, or... yeah, it is. Because it is just a quick, like, how-to video.
New particle system. Open up the emission module, change rate of time to 0, and start creating a burst. I'm going to set the count from 10 to 30 to kind of add some variety to the particles. In the shape module, let's change the shape from cone to sphere. That will make sure the particles burst in all directions, and we're going to go ahead and set the radius to the minimum value here. Now let's go up to the base particle system module and start adding in some variety here. For the start speed, let's random between two constants of 5 and maybe let's say 1. Let's also change the start size to be between two constants.
Yeah, it's probably not a bad idea to do like a random start speed too. I just wanted to see where the thingamabob was for doing this. I'm like, I have it in edit mode. Like, where is the graph that I can actually edit? Also, where was that randomized start speed? Oh, you have to do here. And then say random between two constants. And then say, sure. That's not noticeable to what setup I have right now, but...
so maybe I'll make it between 0.1 and 1. This just adds a little bit more variety. Right, we'll be back to
yeah, okay, so that's in the middle of a sphere. I don't know if I want it in the middle of a sphere necessarily.
That way it gives us this nice square. Back to the base module, change the start rotation to be between 0 and 90. For the start color, let's do a random color, and I'm going to use my nice gradient that I already have here. You can come up with some nice colors across the
okay,
here.
so that's specifically for doing this very
maybe go about halfway here to get this nice pastel
bright thing.
Yeah, that's looking pretty nice. There's one last trick that I find really useful with this particles.
Okay, and then the one last trick that is really useful for particle effects.
Getting your burst particles to look really nice. I'm going to uncheck multiply by size, uncheck multiply by velocity, and add a
limit velocity over lifetime.
This nice effect of the particles slowing down over time.
Yeah, okay, that. And do a dampen. I do like that effect, so. There's just too much tomato content on YouTube to show too much tomato. Yep. Well, it's just like my friend who does Let's Play stuff. There's too many other, like, perspective gaming that even if I, like, I've watched a bunch of the videos, and... okay, wait, and I want to go to YouTube anyway. No, other way around. Nope, also... okay, reopen, close tab. Then we go to... that, and then we go to get rid of those tabs, and then we do perspective gaming, and it's not gonna pop it up. But I think the name is also not. God balls. The name is too common as well. Yeah, so then if I look up perspective gaming, There we go. Okay, the 4th YouTube channel. So it is also past the shorts. It's past the random nonsense. To actually find my friend's YouTube channel. Of which I'm behind. Oh yeah, I need to catch up a little bit. Yeah, there are some of these that I skipped because I was like, oh, I might actually play Expedition 33. Oh, I might actually play Paper Trail. Although I kind of regret, like, not doing a... Or at least I really enjoyed the playthrough of Chicory. Yeah, Chicory was a cool game. Okay, but... So go back to here. There we go. Limit velocity over lifetime, and then just hit it with a dampen of some amount. So velocity over lifetime? Or is it still that same limit velocity over lifetime? It's still limit velocity over lifetime. And hit it with that. Okay, and then where was the actual like graph?
Change the speed values to kind of work with these dampened values a little bit more. Two other nice tricks to making these particles seem like they don't come out of thin air is to change the size over lifetime and the color over lifetime to either fade out via alpha or fade out via size. Let's use size. I'm going to change this particle system curve.
Yeah, there. Okay, the particle system curves. Why did this just pop up here? Because I was like, I'm not seeing it here. This. Why would you had it, at least in the past, pop open the thing. Okay, so let's see if we can find the particle system curves. Can I search this? Yeah, okay, I'm definitely not gonna start tomorrow with a... Oh, the test runner. I'm like, oh, hey, that's a thing I know a little more about. This job. I don't think I'm ever really gonna need it again. Something like the profile is something I should probably know and learn a bit more about. I'm not seeing the... Yeah, because it's just like a little sub window. It's not like a full window to look at. But it ain't popping up here. I'm like, I want to modify it. It'd be great if I could. Okay. So now we do Unity particle systems curve. Not showing. Particle system curve. Curves not showing. Okay, so there has been somebody else who's had this if there is a video here. Turns out I just had to drag up the curve editor from the bottom of the screen. Oh. It is there, okay. It was just at the very bottom. Okay. That's not obvious. So I do want it to go like this. Go that away. Maybe not. Okay, we'll do that away. Something like that. So now if I do that. I feel like I wanted to go up a little bit. Which would mean I rotate the shape, or would that mean I want to... Because I could also... Okay, so rotating the shape specifically. So that's rotating it along the... Here. By negative. Let's see if that... And then I add gravity? Maybe? These systems, I think, would be really fun to dig into more. Stuff like shaders, stuff like particle effects. I mean, like, they have, like, VFX as a job. Like, that's something I probably should look into. Is like, okay. Because I know, yeah, because there's graphics and shader well, I don't know if I feel, like, smart enough to do that kind of thing. Do I feel smart enough to do particles? I don't know about that either. Gravity, source gravity modifier, like 1. Okay, and then we do that. Ooh, there we go. Yeah, I was thinking like sparks. Okay, and I just want like a handful of that. Like 5, because I think that's kind of what Plungeroo had. Not that I need to match. That looks like more than 5. Okay, I was gonna say I can pause it. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Count 5. Constant. Cycles 1. What? Oop. Not infinite cycles. Just 1 count. Why is that? Why are you like this? That's more than 5. I said 5 particles. That sure looks like it's more than 5. And then do I want it all coming out of a point? Or do I want... Yeah, I think I do. Because it is supposed to be when the ball hits the bumper at the middle of the thing. So yeah, it probably should be there. Just coming out of a point. And yeah, so now I need even less of them. Or I do need to spread them out a bit more. So maybe we don't do the smallest radius. Something like that. That's still... It's just the fact that I put in 5, and it sure seems to be giving me more than 5. Yeah, that's 2. There's more than 2! Excuse me. So maybe just 1. 1 single particle. And then you give me like 5. Over an interval of that much. Is 1 cycles. I'm a little confused by that. But, okay, let's just see how that looks in game. And then do I want to do gray? Because that was the other thing I was thinking was... renderer, white unlit. And then do I do like a gray unlit, or do I do a just unlit, is the question. See, look at how much the chat dies now that I'm actually doing things. I know this is something Doug mentioned. He's like, yeah, I have all these people. No, I think he was having the opposite problem. He would have a bunch of people in the stream for the dev part, or the dev chat, and then when he actually started the gameplay challenge, everybody would disappear. Okay, yeah, you're just also doing things. Okay, do I want to... Okay, it says white unlit, right? Because it's sure looking like it's getting hit with the light. I thought it would turn out like this, and that's not the case. Yeah, because I was doing black, and that was like too much. It's actually kind of working. And then if I do gray, if I do straight up the same as the bumper, then they're gonna just melt into each other, right? Kinda, yeah. Yeah, and then Plungeroo had a different color, which makes sense. I just don't know what other color I would use in this case. And that's kind of why I was trying to... Okay, so if I go to the material for the unlit, and I just rename it to unlit, instead of white unlit, then I can feel a little better about changing the color to my beloved literal middle of the road gray. Yeah, that's... I'm so aggressively a white person in that I have no cultural history or background that I'm pulling on, like, the blandest colors. I'm making a game that is as abstract as hell, and I'm using the very middle of the road gray. There are no extremes here. This will appeal to no one. And when it appeals to no one, everyone will love it, right? Hopefully. Okay, so did that do anything? Yeah, speaking of The Incredibles, there's definitely... Oh, that's not what I meant. I meant to just hit play on the thing. And when everyone's super, no one will be. Man, they're making an Incredibles 3 as well. I'm like... That was the thing, too, is like, I don't remember being super excited for Incredibles 2. Like, before it was even a thing. Because I was like, the first movie was so good, I don't know that it really needs a sequel. And then they did, in fact, disappoint a lot with the sequel. And then the fact that they're doing another one, it's like, oh. The fact that they had said, like, here's another Malcolm in the Middle, it's just like, it really... Is it... This is, like, even before AI. I'm like, it would make more sense to me if it's like, okay, the AI is cranking out a bunch of these copies of, like, here's Freaky Friday again, here's Malcolm in the Middle again, here's... Oh, shoot, what's that horror movie? With, Matthew Lillard? Scream. Here's another Scream movie. Which I guess that one has a lot of sequels. That one's not necessarily a, like, dredge it up, like, legacy sequel kind of thing, but... And I feel like there's been some actual movies, some like original properties that have done fairly well recently. So the fact that they're still like, oh, it's legacy sequel, that's the play. Okay, gosh dang it, nobody's even talking and I'm distracting myself here. Okay, that was not the answer. Okay. Let's just see if that... Can you see literally anything in the game? So no, maybe an unlit white was the better answer. Okay, it doesn't need to. Okay, I didn't see anything that time, but I also was not paying attention. So there, like that, I guess. Oh, this... Yeah, super tiny particles that are also gray. So it looks like the... No, they should be going bigger to smaller. Okay, so yeah, do white. That's the bumper. No, that is the... Yeah, that's the... white. But I mean, that's also the material. So there we go, as bright and white and as unlit as possible. Now, so now what does that look like? Excuse me, I just changed all the colors. I changed it back to as bright and white and unlit as possible. Renderer. Material. You. Now I mean you, mother flippin' heck. Okay, so Maybe we get rid of the gravity? Or maybe we do less on the... Start speed? There we go. Okay, less on the start speed. So like 1 to 3. Wait, was that the minimum to the maximum, or did I... Does it matter? Because it doesn't matter all that much. And then start size to larger. Do much larger. No, I lied. Don't do much larger. Okay, well then do larger on the cone then. Yeah, it's because they're all the same color. I guess I could change the start color or something. Yeah, okay, I could do a random color. Actually, wait, does it reflect? Does it show a random color? No, because it's doing whatever the material is. So no. So that one doesn't actually matter right now. So I lied. Go back to like 25 or whatever on the radius. No, that was the full. That was the other one. That's the full big one. This one. That still seems a lot. That's what I just had. So maybe like that then? And now, so that was affecting the size of these things. Okay, but the... That's gonna be way long, isn't it? No, okay, the burst. So that doesn't matter then? It's just the burst, yeah, okay, the burst info. Interval time. Oh, no, the lifetime then? Start lifetime? Is that what I need to mess with? Okay, wait, I got rid of the gravity though, right? I did not. Okay. Well, okay, now I feel like I want them to be more concentrated again. And also smaller. Now that I got rid of the gravity. I don't know what I want. I don't really know what I want. The radius, something like in there maybe. And then the start size was this was changing the start size though, right? So like there. It's because I kind of think I want it to look like sparks or something. Maybe. So then that would be like a really small start size. That seems to have changed the velocity of it. Or maybe it's just easier to see when they're really small. That might be a little too small. Wait, so what is everybody else up to if everybody else is doing things? How are you spending your final day of the year? That's starting to feel like it's lingering. It's also not as unlit as I would like. I feel like I want it to be almost like a painful bright flash, so you might actually notice it as a thing that's happening, so... Creating a Unreal Engine plugin that adds a menu point for baking shader materials to textures. Do they not have that? A menu point for baking shader materials to textures. Oh, I guess I don't know that would be... Yeah, I don't know if that would be a common thing, but I feel like that'd be... I don't know, I feel like it'd be common enough that it would be a thing that would exist in the world. If you have like, okay, here's my certain shader that I made, and then I want that to just be a texture or something. They only have that when having them assigned to meshes. Oh, as opposed to like a texture or something. So they even have it somewhere else, but they don't have it in... It makes me wonder how hard of a plugin it is to make then. If it's partially made somewhere else. But then if it's such an easy... Like, if it would be an easy thing to implement, then... Have other people done it? And... Okay, and then the start lifetime is the other one that I upped before I said, wait a second. Maybe I... Yeah, just a quick little spark. Hopefully. And then do I want to take the ad break? No, not really. I'm sitting, I'm comfy. Maybe actually kind of like getting stuff done here. Kind of weird. That's close. That's heckin' close now. Yeah, okay, that's clearly that's not I'm not scoring the game. I'm not playing the game. Testing. It's working. I don't know if they're like bigger particles is what I want or not. Actually, wait, can I scale up the whole particle system? Because I kind of like what I have set up. So like, can I just make this bigger? Because is that a shape thing, or is that a... The renderer... Yeah, that would not make it. That's the box collider. Well, I think it's because I'm also looking at the small bumper here and then kind of making it make sense with the small bumper. Now I'm like, oh, this is the big bumper. Well, I think the problem was if I up the start size. Oh, there's another one. Yeah, there we go. Okay. And I could have muted it. Dang it, I could have muted it. Okay, so then do I need to increase the velocity then? Or, well, okay, so now I think I've found a version that I like. Oh, is that curve? The curve is not forcing it into a certain size, is it? Yeah, okay, that's the scale. So it's gonna go off of whatever I set the... Yeah, which that seemed to be going just fine. Okay, I'm not playing the game. I'm just looking at the particle effect. Okay, yeah, that seemed fine. Actually, yeah, that seemed pretty good. I don't know. I haven't messed with particles much. I don't know if that's... Yeah, sure. Why not? That works. Okay, then we do ideally some particles for the buttons. Yeah, it's only 8 o'clock. Which really means I should be going to bed, not starting a new thing. But it should be a whole heck of a lot easier now, though. I wanna make another particle thing, which was under effects. Particle system. And then the texture is only in the places where the mesh is covering the UV space. So the resulting texture wouldn't be usable for other meshes. But you're right to think that something like it exists, and I'm probably able to use it dynamically. To use it by dynamically creating a mesh that is a single quad that covers the full UV space, and using their existed method on that. Well, it sounds like there's a few different ways you could do it, and I've never really made a plugin for anything, and that sounds a little intimidating. Well, no, I made that character creator. I don't know if it's not a plugin though. I was thinking that I should make it a plugin, and then I never did. Like, it feels like it would be helpful to say, oh, this is a Unity plugin where you can just have characters. And then I just never did. Was it really not 90 in the X? Why does it look like it's going at a weird 45-degree angle there or something? Oh, it's because it's going down. And it's yelling timber. Oh, there we go. I wanted to go up. And not yell timber. 2? 1? There we go. Okay, so then we do another burst thing again. Thank you for the hydrate. That's a good idea. Yeah, there was a mention of Peak, wasn't there? Because I did see that they have a gnome hat in Peak. I'm like, oh my goodness, I definitely gotta play some more Peak if they've got even a gnome. Yeah, okay, I did look this up. And I think it was just like you have to beat the game, I think. You just had to get to the peak, of which I got all the way up to the peak before I fell in the, I was like at the top of the caldera even, before I fell into the caldera. Oh, that's what it was. You have to go through the roots and beat the game. Okay, so now I can take my newfound knowledge of all of this stuff to say instead of the duration, or rather instead of this. There we go. Oh no! Have I seen many other people yawn on stream? I don't know if I have. It seems to happen to me a lot, but... Okay, so don't loop. Don't play on awake. And then... the burst is that. This one I might actually want to have gravity on. Oh. I did see all the emotes, so good to know that the emote drop is actually still working there too. Do I want to say thank you for all of that? If it were a better emote, if it were less related to me being tired. Which is an indication that I should go to bed. What was it? Somebody was saying that, like, when you dream every night, and I was like, I do have dreams, but it's much more occasional than every night. And then looking it up, it was like, oh, if you're not dreaming, then that means you're not sleeping super well. And it was like, oh. But I think it's more related to the fact that I just have the my watch goes off at 5 o'clock, and if I don't, if I'm not in that like perfect spot for it to hit like REM sleep or whatever, I don't know. I think it'd be exhausting to have dreams every night. Have to keep it on #1 most used for next year. Yeah, but it's still this year though. It's gonna be #1 most used. Although I guess it doesn't change the excuse. We have to keep it at #1 most used for this year. I don't think there's anything fighting for the crown, but yeah, I guess you can still be concerned enough to fight for it, I guess. Let's see, what did Plungeroo use? I don't have to follow Plungeroo exactly, but it's one of those, like, it's a good place to start. Yeah, that was funny playing the Fame and Folly game yesterday and realizing, wait a second, this is just the Balatro menu straight up, isn't it? I did it again. I need Little Crown Games, and then I need the video. At this point, I almost feel like I should reach out to the dev and say, hey, thank you for this game. Hey, that's like, if I actually get the game onto Steam, I would love to do the, like, bundle. That's, like, here's these things bundled together. Okay, I wanted to see... okay. So it's not that far back. I wanted to see what the button does. Oh, yeah. Just saw the message about Bound Together. I did play it earlier, so you'll have to go back through the VOD. And like I said, I will post the VOD of this once I finish the stream. But I haven't finished the stream. you caught me after the game, but before the end of the stream. Although, now that I'm seeing that it's 8:15, I'm like, that's pretty close to calling it quits and heading to bed. But... so yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, you'll have to check out the VOD. But it was cool. I was a little curious about the... like, how you tie the cards together, but then it was like, oh, okay, it's adding a modifier. That makes sense. And thank you for the follow. Yeah, you could see the... I'm also making a deck builder. Yeah, the game I was playing... what, yesterday? Was it just yesterday? That was more of a Balatro game, although it was still kind of a deck builder. But yeah, this one's not as obvious as to, like, what is the deck? What are you building exactly? But I'm getting there. You can add and remove buttons. It's just, yeah, it's not cards. It's not a straight up card game. Yeah, I was definitely seeing the Slay the Spire in Bound Together there, for sure. Not that it's a bad thing. I think it's like some of those games where you get that close to, like, okay, that is almost the exact UI. Like, I think the one problem with it is that you get into the, like, well, now, why should I play this game over the game that is very clearly... Maybe I'm just a stickler about if the UI looks the same. I think that's going too far. I think if the gameplay is similar between games, that's fine. If the UI is the same... well, and, like, it's... I really should make, like, a YouTube short or something that says... not that I really want to go out of my way to just go dump on a single game. But it looks so obvious to me that it's like, you very much did the Balatro menu, but it's clearly not working for you because you have long bits of text in here that are getting shrunk so much because you're trying to fit the specific menu that is not what this game is. Yeah, this is just my go-to example because it's so egregiously the Balatro menu. And then there's also a very obvious example here that's like, that's why you do your own custom thing for your own custom game. And yeah, you could start with a inspiration point, but you don't necessarily need to make literally the same menus. It wasn't as, like I said, I could see the Balatro, or not Balatro, the Slay the Spire. I could see the Slay the Spire inspiration in Bound Together, but I don't know, like, at least it didn't ping my meter as, like, completely egregious. So, yeah, one of the biggest fears making a worse version of Slay the Spire. I did get like a tad bit of that impression at the beginning of the game because I was like, okay, this seems very Slay the Spire, but once it actually did like, okay, here's how you tie cards together, and then here's the little animation and everything, I'm like, okay, that's the unique sauce to this game instead of just the theming. Because the theming, I think, is also good in terms of here's a different theme for a Slay the Spire. Yeah, I don't know if there's like an obvious way to change things to be less Slay the Spire, but like, and I think the more you can tie into the theme of like dolls and like small animals and stuff like that. I think part of the one thing that like very obviously said, oh, this is Slay the Spire was the arrow. When I saw that arrow effect, I was like, oh, okay, this is, I know exactly what this game is trying to be and do. Oh, I did like the, well, okay, I did have the question of, why do you have auto, block or defend? That's what it was. Why do you have a button for auto defend? Because I didn't see a downside to not doing it. And especially if there is a button that lets you do it automatically, why is that just not the default? Especially because you discard all your cards at the end of your turn anyway. But I did like that as a mechanic. Of you discard your cards and you get a benefit for it. Because that is my big complaint about Slay the Spire being the... Like, you can have as many defense cards as you want, but then when it comes around to like, oh, I actually need to defend this turn. Oh, look, it's only attack cards. Yeah, I did enjoy Slay this. Oh, I only played it on my phone, didn't I? I don't even have, like, some Steam stats I can point at. But I played a good bit of it on my phone. Wait. Google Play. I know I can pull that up. So can I pull up my... Boy, has this been a distracted stream. I said I was going to do particle effects, and it's been maybe half an hour. 45 minutes. All y'all are too busy. Oh, so to know what you bought in your follow there. I stream every day from 6 to 8 Eastern. Although it tends to be like, what, 6:10 to like 9 o'clock. I just say 6 to 8 because I'm like, I should go to bed early and I want to... Why am I typing in particle system? What was I Googling? Great. I lost my train of thought there. A little bit in flux. It was mostly to support the ability to get other effects from defending. But it's pretty minimally supported so far. Yeah, I could tell that it was obviously still very much in development with like the enemies are like, okay, these are just pictures that are clipping into the ground. And I couldn't tell if it was AI art for some of the backgrounds and stuff. Which I know... If you put it on mobile, people aren't nearly as picky about AI stuff. But... Oh, that's why I had it on this frame, was because I was looking at the particle effects here. Oh, and they just do a simple circle of stars that fade out and disappear. I think I'm probably going to just do circles again for now as a placeholder, so... Yeah, okay, some placeholder AI art. I've got the first batch of real art coming in the next release. Okay. Yeah, because I did like the character. Although I think... Wait, it had like a small hand and a big hand, which I thought was slightly odd, but I don't know if that was on purpose or not. I mean, well, yeah, if you had the model all modeled like that. Oh, probably for the button shield then, right? Wouldn't it be? Yeah, possibly, I don't know. But... if you put it on mobile, people are picky about a lot of things. Just looking about the ads in mobile games. Well, okay, people are still picky about the ads in mobile games, because if you go look up... Oh, that was what I was doing. I was looking at Google Play. There we go. I don't know why I was looking at particle effect. Google Play. But... I think there's a lot of reviews on mobile that say, hey, the ads are egregious, the ads are terrible. So I think there is a lot of there's still some amount of pickiness to mobile games. But it's definitely more shoved in your face as to like okay, so then can I look at if I only played it on mobile, can I look at my that's the weird thing. I'm like I can look at literally every single game I ever downloaded and I'm like, oh, some of these are I've had fun with Gecko Out though. This is one of those ones that like this is a cool idea that is drowned under the mobile game aspects of like, oh, you gotta have the power-ups to then like yeah, because they make interesting challenges that they're kind of fun to solve, and then they say, oh, don't forget to buy these power-ups when you run out of time on this very hard level. Okay, but I was looking at, I'm gonna make it, I'm gonna get all the way to what I was looking up. I wanted to see if Slay the Spire. Yeah, there's so many of these I downloaded, played for 5 minutes, and said, nope, no more. So I don't play this many mobile games, actually. There's maybe like 10 of these that I've actually put some time into. So does this say any info about... I got ad block for my phone, and it does work, blocking ads on almost all apps. Yeah, that's probably... Well, and I don't tend to play the mobile games that have a lot of ads. I tend to play, like, here's a premium mobile game. Like, I paid for the game. Like Slay the Spire or Balatro or something, where I actually, like, paid for the game. Yeah, Spooky Express I started, and then I finished the demo, and was like, let's not buy that until I finish Railbound. Which I love Railbound, but I just... Well, it's because I decided I'm not using any hints because I got through so much of the game without hints. And now that I'm at the point where I'm stuck on hard puzzles and I need hints, I'm like, but I got this far. I don't need to use... Okay. Stats. Does it tell me what my stats are for this game? This does not look like it. This is the store page. But it tells me my library. I feel like I tried looking this up one time to see if they had, here's how much you played each of your games. Although it might be like on the device as opposed to on the Play Store, unfortunately. Okay, so if I look at these, how many of these have I actually like put some time into? Because Ahead I've played for like minutes at least. I've never been a Vampire Survivors guy. I don't even remember downloading it on here. Ultimate Chicken Horse, huh? I do like Ultimate Chicken Horse, but I don't remember playing the mobile version. Yeah, The World Ends With You is just because it's so good on the DS, and I just tried a couple different versions and it just never hit the same. Super Auto Pets, did I play this a lot on mobile? I don't think so. Okay, there's Squad Busters I've actually played some. Spirits, I remember playing this on my Kindle like 10 years ago. For quite a while. I don't know if it even still exists. I guess it does. Yeah, this is kind of the most that I've done for like some of those more egregious mobile game kind of things. They don't tend to grab me very much. Oh, Slayaway Camp. Oh, Slayaway Camp 2. Yeah, this one I hadn't played. I do like Slayaway Camp. If I want to do yet more of those block sliding puzzle games. I'm realizing now that Slip and Slime is not nearly as unique as I would have thought in terms of games that I've played. Okay, I don't need to go through every single one of these, but yes, this many games, and I'm looking at maybe a couple of these that I actually played for a while. Okay, I was Just trying to see how much Slay the Spire I played. I don't remember why I was trying to see how much Slay the Spire I played. I was also looking at this, as in, do I have... Also, yeah, that was a goodbye, good night. Yeah, I think it's late enough. I'll continue working on the plugin tomorrow. Hope it won't take me until next year to finish the plugin. Good evening, good night. Yeah, have a good night. As a singer, you're hoping that it takes less than a day to finish. Yeah, when I wake up, then I'll have less time. I'm getting close to the last 24 hours of the day. And I do think I want to stay up until midnight tomorrow. That's going to be difficult. I am old. It's not going to be easy, but I'm going to try. Oh, as in, I think I will stream tomorrow. I think I will do a stream until the new year. And then, I don't know what I'm going to do on New Year's, actually. I don't actually have any plans. Maybe I'll call somebody and they'll say, hey, I'm busy, I can't talk. Tends to be what happens. Is, like I said, I don't exist at the same time as other people. Okay, I just put the particle effect here, so I wanted to change the renderer to be a mesh. That is a sphere again, because I don't really know what I want out of this right now. And it's not that, because I want... Actually, wait, the shape... I was going to say a hemisphere is very much what I'm looking for. So then we hit play. That's a lot for a long time. Okay, the lifetime, whole heck of a lot less. We're looking for just like a burst. Might be kind of quick. Oh, what did I do for the last one? No, we're not copying the last one. We're doing something slightly different. But I guess I could copy it and then change it just a little bit so that it's slightly different. You need a material, so you're a little less obnoxious. Probably the same unlit one again. And then... Oh yeah, because I tried doing a circle. And then it was like, nah, we're not going to do that. I'd have to do a different circle. And the... lifetime... limit velocity over lifetime. And then we do this same thing again. Do I want to add gravity? I am like kind of curious. That's just so many. Do less. And that is the burst. Emission. You keep hiding it on me. Gosh dang it. Okay. Like 10. These might also be like massive, so small. Make them smaller. Something like that. Sure. Well, and this is going to be viewed from the top down. Okay, it's not exactly from the top down, but pretty close. And then I can't change the color because I have it as a material on here. Okay, but let's just see what this does, as in you need to have a particle effect thing. It's always like right after an ad happens that I'm like, you know, I could really use the restroom. The hydration finally caught up to me. Pressed. I need the particle effect. particle system. That's what it was. Particle system. Particles. Yeah, the last one I called it particles. Do I want to continue to do that? I don't know. That might be, I want to call it particle system. That's what it is, just call it particle system. Probably be the better idea. And then here, new particle system. Play. Okay, now, what would that look like in the game? Yeah, so this is gonna be plenty of juice. I think the one last thing I haven't done was... Okay, that was that. That was that. That was that. That was... Yeah, okay. That's... I need to compile some of the stuff. You are related to the game. So... There. It's a no. That's... Yeah, okay, this was the one where I was taking notes about each of these different games. I've kind of figured out the core tension of my game, though. Being, can you figure out how to score these things in order? So then I don't need to worry about how many bumpers there are, and... have so many things that are either removed or renamed, but still wrongly named in the code. Don't know if I'll ever clean it up. Well, it's like, if you watch the stream enough, you'll definitely hear me say, well, this is a prototype. I'll come back and clean this up later until this becomes the main code. And I mean, it's been, what, 7 months on this project? Although part of it is just my frustration with Unity being stupid. That, like, oh, it takes forever to load, and then, like, I don't know, when I look at Unity all day for work and stuff, too, it's like, I don't know if I want to continue messing with Unity on my downtime, but... What was I testing? Oh, the buttons. You did not get attached. The final step, the one that I always forget. Actually attaching the flippin' thing to the... Okay, you... Go up here. You have an animator that's not attached? That's grid space. That's why. The other thing. There we go. Okay. Now, there we go. Now we see if it does the thing. Okay, so do you play the particle effect when I hit the buttons? You do. I do feel like it should last a little longer. Because it is kind of done by the time... Like I said, I haven't messed with particle effects much, so... I think it's also because it's inside of the ball. It's particle effects that are just inside of the ball entirely. So do I want to do... Well, I guess the... No, but the bumper also has... I don't know, the bumper was looking okay to me. This one was looking... Yeah, okay, this is looking like the ball is just eating the particle effects from the button, but the bumper looks like it's not having that issue. What am I even listening to? Oh, this was, yeah, that other random thing I found on SoundCloud. Oh, which may or may not have been the, Oh, okay, I got 20 seconds, and then I can go take a dump. Actually, I should think about going to bed. Very much so at this point. Okay, so let's do a longer duration on the particles for the button. Since they just seem to be completely eaten by the... Actually, what is the layering on Plungeroo here? Like, are the particles spawning on top of the ball? Oh, they're not. Okay, so it's delayed. Actually, wait a second. So... Oh, so that is doing the particle effects right when the ball hits. But then the button... It's delayed by a moment. Ah. So I guess I could start it with a delay, too? Because I think that was another thing I could mess with, right? Also, ads haven't started. They're thinking about it. Start delay. Aha, there we go. Yeah, because I'm like, I don't necessarily want to make the particles last longer. Okay, I definitely need to go use the restroom. I'm gonna go do that. Yeah, okay, naturally. Highly pecorially unintended. And this is what happens. It's a coaster directly over the middle of the screen. Okay, and really doesn't matter all that much. I should be going to bed at this point. That's what I should do. But I had one... It's always... Oh, it's just one modification. One slight tweak, right? It's not going to take that long to do one slight tweak. Is that... Guess we just gotta play it in the game. It's that on the screen looks fun. What, the roller coaster that you just put... What, this, you want... You want even more? There you go. There's all your hard work all over the screen. Okay, just real quick. Just wanted to see if... the button looks like... No, it's getting completely eaten again. If I delay it by like a second or something, that just seems too long, but yeah, I was like, it was hard to tell if it was delayed, meaning it may or may not have been a delayed. You delay. So 1 second. So is it delayed? Yes. A full second, probably too much. Half a second. Okay, let's just do that. Oh, that didn't even show up. Okay, so... Yeah, that's way too late. It just didn't look like it was... Yeah, it just needs to be slightly after the fact. Yeah, but that one... Yeah, okay, that seems like it's got a little more delay on it. It's twice as much as the other one, so let's... Okay, if I do that, that'll give me... Yeah, the button's already completely gone at that point, though. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna have to keep messing with this. Also, I don't know if I've done the version where I keep the button, but I just keep it pressed. Like, what does the button look like? If I... Yeah, see, this is why. Because I tweaked the number, and then it wasn't right, and then I tweaked the number, and then I go, wait, maybe we go mess with this other thing. Don't. Okay, what does the button look like and when pressed? As in... Yeah, because I could also keep it pressed for a bit. And then maybe delete it or something as well. Because that was also the thing that I wanted to do, was have it... kind of wanted to use bowling pins as the, like, oh, those get deleted when they get hit, but then the button stays around. So yeah, you're doing the idle animation. I don't really want to modify it. Okay, if I just turn off the animator, but then default the button to, like, inside. As in, so turn off the animator. but also default the button to pressed. What does that look like? So hopefully that'll be, all the buttons will just automatically look pressed. Yeah, okay, they do look noticeably pressed. And the reason I was testing that was because... Okay, so that means I just need to delay when it deletes. Okay, so turn the animator back on. Okay, so undo the thing I just did. That was just for that quick test. Then... Yeah, okay, it's to go to bedtime. Stop. Stop having fun. Stop being happy. Stop doing... Your father and I were talking, and we think you should stop being who you are and doing what you love. That's the animator that I just turned off. Why did you... Oh, when I hit Control Z. Okay. I was going into the button, and when you're pressed, you are... Oh, with the delay. Okay, so that's the only thing that's erasing it? How is the button getting deleted then? Okay, so then in the game manager, when a button gets pressed, button pressed, you are deleting the button, which is now like, wait a second, that seems, no, you're removing the button. Discard the button. Oh yeah, you're hiding in the ground. Okay, so if I just don't move you, instead of hiding you in the ground, what happens? Yeah, because now you can still be hit. It just needs to... have questions about the game, but gonna play more first. Yeah, I was gonna say, I do have the link for... You can play it there. And yeah, the tutorial needs some work for sure. That's definitely going to be the point that I need to work on the most. So, yeah, this was all like, as you can tell, I'm adding some more like motion and juice and stuff here, which should probably be after a little more like gameplay polish and stuff. But it's just because I went and did that in-person demo not too long ago and was like, oh, I need some more motion. And now I'm like, okay, we're gonna just do all these polish things. I was testing what happens if the buttons get pressed but don't. Wait. Okay, pressed. Do you automatically go back into the other thing? Because you shouldn't. Okay, it's 9 o'clock. I need to go to bed. Stop messing with the thing. The animation for you, no, the animator for you, button pressed, goes into button reset. What is button reset? Probably just the other direction. Yeah, okay. So button pressed should actually not automatically go into button reset. So animator, you there. I don't actually want you to do that. Okay, so now, when a button gets hit, what happens. Okay, now the particle effects are making a little more sense. The issue now, though, is that I think they can be scored repeatedly. Which is not what I want. Because now if I just do that again... Oh, they can't. Oh. Well, then the grid space should be checking if the button's been hit or not. Oh, cool. Okay, so maybe... I think it does... It's a little better, too. Okay, well then, yeah, no, this is very good that I... Yeah, because this was the original intention for the buttons anyway. Was that they, once they're pressed, they just stay pressed. Okay, so now the grid space. Maybe we get rid of that animation. That bounce animation is a little much. And also go to bed. No! You can't make me. Okay, if we want to start the new year off right, maybe. Let's get used to doing the thing that we should be doing here. Okay, not turn off the animator. I just want to turn off in grid space. When it's rolled over, animator.play, we turn that off. It's a bit much. I think it's kind of cool, it's kind of neat that I have the ability to do that, but I think it's a bit much right now. It's feeling a little too juicy. I also do wonder if I do like an over-tuned animation for the rotation, if that's also going to feel like a bit too much as well. Okay, you don't need to try to win here. That's... Why did I turn that off again? Okay. Oh, I guess this... Yeah, this version does not let you clear the spaces to then put bumpers. Oh, I guess this... So that does give you a definite delineation between if you use like a pin that clears out entirely versus a button that lasts per round. Okay. That's not even what I was trying to work on or fix or do. Yeah, okay, the reason I got rid of the bounce is because if the button sticks around... And the whole thing was just to see if the button sticks around, does the particle effect. 295. Okay, yeah, if you were aiming for 300. Yeah, as you can see, right now my score is 324. But that's just for testing. If I go to the web version, it may or may not... I think the best I've done is like 440 or something. It's, yeah, just in the 400s. Or, 300 and something. Yeah, I think the hardest part is just to explain that, like, consecutive... 385, okay. But yeah, I think it's just explaining that consecutive button press thing is the difficulty. I fixed the shadows, I thought. Okay, yeah, no, they are better when I zoom in on them, but they still... look like aggressively jank. Well, okay, no, they used to look aggressively jank, but now they just look jank. Yeah, I can do jank. Aggressively jank was annoying to me though. Oh, I'd love to connect those. Okay, yeah, these threes are very dead. Well, I don't know. If I do that... Oh, could I have connected the 6 on there? Okay, stop playing the game. Stop doing things. Go to bed, bud. Okay, no, you stop playing the game. That's always a good indication to me that I keep wanting to play the game. But also, I need to be going to bed right now. Okay. And then what was I testing here? Yeah, like I said, I don't know if adding an animation there would be obnoxious or not. Yeah, and I have an ability to score sequences. So you could score like a 3, 4, 5. But that's just not in here just yet. Okay, this does score, so this should just be 55 or something, right? Yeah. Okay, so yeah, it's all scoring entirely correctly. It's just now I can't place a bumper. So this is all functioning correct. So that does make... Oh, the particle effects. That's the whole thing. The whole reason I did this with the buttons and the whole reason I turned off the bounce on the grid spaces was because I wanted to see if the particle effects are working well for the buttons now or not. The answer is... maybe? That's not the answer I wanted. I want a definitive answer of yes or no. That's a little easier to determine as to whether... Oh, it's the line renderer. It's the trail on the lines that might also be... Yeah, okay, that very aggressive line is... Okay, stop tweaking things. It's 9 o'clock. It's bedtime. I'm going to bed. And then I think I'm gonna go to bed like my sister goes to bed. Or not go to bed, but I'll do things like my sister does things. She says she's doing the thing. And then it's the physics ball. But it's not actually like till quite a while later that it actually... Look at the width, the color... Can I change the... Can I make it more transparent? Or maybe just more... perceptual? As in, like, you just think it blended? Your perception says it's blended, but it's actually not? Okay, wait, if I'm tweaking the line renderer, that's very much a sign that I'm way in a rabbit hole of... Okay, let's go to bed. Yeah, I forgot the roller coaster was all over the screen there, too. Okay. Is there anybody here, and is there anybody that wants to raid, is the other question. Why does it say I'm offline? Okay, good. I was like, I should be online. Very much people are responding as if I'm online. Great. Now you're gonna freeze on that. And that is just Twitch being obnoxious. Okay, but that says 1, meaning that's... Okay, I was gonna say, I should be able to scroll down, you goof. To see that there is not, in fact, anybody here. Yes or no? And then it takes a second for it to say no. As in, yeah, it'll go back up to 2 because I'm like, but then does that mean there is somebody here, or is this just me watching myself twice? Okay, but that means there is not, in fact, anybody here, so... Jamming in the game. Okay. Well, it's good to hear, but also meaning, not gonna do a raid. Is really what it was. I'm like, okay, so that means there's almost nobody here. And I like it raiding with at least a couple other people, so. But I will be back tomorrow for gaming, maybe? Also good to hear that the game is addictive. I've heard that a few times from people, that the game is... Or you like watching somebody play for like 20 minutes or something, and like when I did that in-person demo, he came back 3 different times. So Yeah, and then I'm like, I haven't even added like all of the features to make it even more like all of the roguelike actual like you can make a build kind of features. So okay, but I need to go to bed. I will come back tomorrow with stuff. Do I want to? Yeah, because I'm not going to do anything on New Year's. I've been busy. I want to be not busy. But I do want to game all of tomorrow. As in, so it's probably gaming. Because I still have, though, I have the final boss on Borderlands 4 to finish still. I'm like, it shouldn't take me that long to finish, hopefully. Well, no, it will take me a while because I'm under-leveled. But then everything levels up anyway. Okay, but I will probably be doing some Slip and Slime because I want to finish Slip and Slime. Probably some Borderlands 4. Maybe some routine. I'm realizing the horror games are not for me, and not because, oh, it's just too scary, because mechanically it's very simple. It's just run away from the robots. You could run real fast, so it's not too hard. Oh, okay. I do like the atmosphere of the game, though. I was like, and in terms of like a story that I could finish, I do like the idea of finishing a game fairly quickly, so. Yeah, I'd pick up Blueprints, but it's already picked up too many other expensive games. And then there's all these other local dev games that I want to play. Okay, stop yapping. Go to bed. I will be back tomorrow with these games, most likely. Although, I guess I should also be doing some... what was the... Cave Rim and... yeah, these other things that were already in my list. Yeah, like World of Goo 2! I went and replayed World of Goo, specifically to play World of Goo 2, and then forgot about playing World of Goo 2, somehow. Okay, but I'm going to bed, and I will be back tomorrow for some gaming. The gaming for the rest of the year. That's what we're doing. Okay, goodbye, good night. Thanks for stopping by. Have fun sleeping. Oh, and then if you are still here, the VOD will be on my... let's just pull this up now before I forget, on my archive channel. So I need to do that before I fully sign off. Okay, goodbye, good night. Thanks for stopping by. Have fun sleeping. Good luck. Bye.